Hey guys, today I thought I would sit down and chat about some hidden gems, makeup that doesn't get enough love here on YouTube. I rarely hear people talk about these, and all of them are either from affordable or drugstore brands. So let's go ahead and just jump right in. We'll start with something that I discovered from Sephora Collection. So this is a brand I really don't have a lot of experience with. I haven't tried too many things from them, and I was at Sephora the other day and I saw this display of these new glossed lip glosses. And I'm the type of person, I don't like to spend a lot on a lip gloss. I feel like whether it's from a drugstore brand or high-end brand, they all kind of seem the same to me. I don't really see a big difference. So these were like 10 bucks. I picked up a shade to try and I was completely blown away by this formula. It is not sticky. It's one of the smoothest formulas I've tried. It also has this really cushiony texture. The color that I have is Confident. It's a peachy shade, which I'm wearing in the video today. I definitely will be back to pick up more of these. They have no scent to them and they just feel amazing on your lips. They're hydrating. They kind of remind me a little bit of the Maybelline Lifter glosses. They're sort of close to that, but they have even more of a cushiony texture. They actually remind me of the Beauty Pie Wonder glosses, if any of you have tried those. And they come in a ton of colors. So I thought this was such an awesome find, and I don't hear anybody talking about it on YouTube or TikTok or anywhere. So those are great. And also from Sephora brand, I never hear anybody talking about these either. These are their colorful blushes. I have this one in the shade Over the Moon, which is this gorgeous cool toned pinky lavender. I use this so much in the summertime. This is a matte finish, but they also have a shimmer finish, and I wouldn't say it's actually all that shimmery. It has sort of a gentle glow. It's very subtle, but I have two shades in this. I have Heated number 16 and Fascinated number 29, which is a bright pop of orange. And that's the one I actually applied in the video today. But this one, if you have a lighter skin tone like me, you have to go in very sparingly with it. Just don't pick up a lot, but it's a gorgeous color. And like I said, with the shimmery ones, it's a very subtle shimmer. It's not going to accentuate texture at all. But if you prefer mattes, they have a lot of matte options as well. And they're just so easy to blend. So I really have been enjoying these a lot. If you want something with a little bit more shimmer, but not anything over the top still, these Essence blush lighters are fantastic. And I think people talked about these when they first came out, but I haven't heard anybody talking about them lately. I bought two shades initially when they came out, Nude Twilight and Coral Sunset, which are warmer, but I recently got the Cassis Sunburst, and this is shade number 3, and it's like the most beautiful pink. I've been wearing it a lot this summer, and these are so affordable. They're a couple of bucks, and if you want more blush, less highlight, you can always dip your brush kind of into the blush side a little bit more. If you want more highlight, you could do that. I use the Coral Sunset one on top of the bright orange blush from Sephora, so that's why I look a little bit more glowy. But I think Essence just does such a great job with their highlighters, the Pure Nude one being another great example, that I think they're just so smooth and refined and they don't look chunky on your face at all. So these are another great one to check out if you like more of a glowy blush look. A highlighter that I know I've mentioned many times on my channel before, but I haven't talked about it in a while, is the Flower Beauty Day Glow highlighter. I think Flower Beauty in general, for some reason, doesn't get talked about a lot on YouTube, but this is honestly one of the best highlighters. It's a cream formula, but it just gives the most subtle glow on your skin. It's perfect for somebody who has texture because it has no glitter and it doesn't even really have shimmer. It's more of a pearly type of a finish and it looks so natural. You can't even really tell that you're wearing a highlight. It just looks like you have glowy, dewy skin. And it also dries down to more of a powder finish, so it doesn't stay sticky on your cheeks either, which I happen to really love. I also recently picked up a bronzer from LA Colors and I have been absolutely loving it. I know a lot of you have struggled to find a bronzer that has a pink or red undertone. Most of them are yellow or orange based, and this one is the perfect red tone. This is the shade Beachy. They have several different shades in the line, and it's just the tiniest bit deeper of a bronzer than I would normally wear, but I just take a really huge fluffy brush to disperse the product just so that it goes on a little bit lighter initially, and then I can build it up if I need to. But I'm wearing this one all over today, and it's such a smooth and soft powder. It doesn't get muddy. It's a matte finish, and it has no scent to it either. Plus, it's a huge compact. It has almost half an ounce of product in here, so you could even use this on your body if you had a really big brush. I actually brought it all the way down to my chest today just so that my face and body would match, and it's just such a nice formula. I'm really loving this, and LA Colors is actually the sister brand of LA Girl. You can mostly find them in stores like Dollar General, Family Dollar, Five Below, places like that. They do have a website, but they don't ship every single product. Some of them are in-store only, but you can always go to their site and find out which stores near you carry it. So I'll leave that link down below. But yeah, this bronzer is only a couple of dollars. It's under $5 and it's amazing. When it comes to palettes, I have a few here from ColourPop, and before you groan, hear me out. ColourPop is one of those brands, they release something every single week and it can get very overwhelming, and I feel like people just get tired sometimes. Like in the beginning, I was collecting every single palette that ColourPop came out with, but once it became a weekly thing, I stopped because I just realized I couldn't keep up with everything. So now I just buy palettes that appeal to me and I skip the rest. But there are some classic palettes that are still available on their website that I just reach back to over and over again. I think they're phenomenal, and once they launch and the hype kind of dies down, nobody really brings them up or mentions them anymore, but I, and probably a lot of you, end up reaching for these all the time. So I just wanted to sort of bring them to the forefront of your mind again. And if you happen to not own these and you see one you like, they are, like I said, still available. So the first one is the one that I'm wearing today. It's California Love, and this has just been one of my favorites. I want to say this came out in maybe 2018 in the summertime. I tend to pull it out more in the fall just because it has that warm orangey color story. But when I want those warm, rich colors, this is the palette I reach for more than any other in my collection. It's just beautiful. Another one that has beautiful warm tones is Nude Mood, and that one, along with Blush Crush, have been favorites of mine since they came out. These are their little 9-pan palettes, and Nude Mood has that warm tone vibe. It's not quite as warm and orangey as California Love. It's a little bit more neutral, but the formula's great and it's just so easy to use. And then Blush Crush, if you like pinks, I feel like these are a little bit more on the subtle side. They're not super bright. They're pinky neutrals. So if you're somebody who doesn't really like a lot of color, this is one way to try it without going too crazy. Plush Like Me is another big favorite of mine. I wasn't initially attracted to this palette, but then ColourPop was having a big sale. I threw it in my cart just to try it. And when I actually saw it in person, I fell in love. This is like a 90s grungy style vibe. Even the shade names are 90s, like Ironic and Slip Dress and TLC, Flannel and Girl Band. So this one just speaks to me as somebody who was a teenager in the 90s. I just love that whole vibe, and I love this palette, especially for the fall time because it has some great fall type colors in it. And then the last one I wanted to talk about is Lust for Dusk. This is another one I feel like is so underrated. It also has that sort of 90s grungy vibe going on, and it has those slightly deeper fall and winter colors without being an overly warm or orangey palette. You do have some kind of dusty, cooler tones in here too. You have some gray, some slate blue, some rosy shades. So it's just an overall fantastic palette. And like I said, I just feel like we get so caught up in ColourPop's new releases. Everybody always forgets about these classic palettes that are just so good. Another product I really don't hear anybody mentioning on YouTube is the NYX Wonderstick Double-Ended Cream Blushes. So I have to be honest, I saw these in Ulta when they came out a couple months ago, and I just kept passing them by until it was one of you guys actually that wrote a comment on one of my videos telling me I needed to try this, that it was the best formula, that the colors that came in were beautiful. And so I was at Ulta this past weekend, I saw it and I was like, okay, I'll try it. I wasn't super excited about it though. Then I got it home and I tried it for the first time, and wow, the formula on these is so good. And I don't know why I'm surprised, because I remember the contour stick that they have in this same packaging was really good too. So if you're looking for a good contour and highlight stick that's a cream formula, try the NYX ones because they come in really amazing shades. They're cooler tone, they're not like too warm. But anyway, the blush that I got is in baby pink and light peach. So the baby pink side is that really pretty cool toned bubblegum pink, and then the peach one is just a little bit darker, a little bit warmer. I think these two shades are really complementary if you wanted to layer them. These are so pigmented. You really only need a tiny little swipe on each cheek and then blend it with a brush. They have a gorgeous matte finish. It dries right to a powder, so it doesn't mess with your foundation or make things slide around, and these last all day. Like, they just have this grip to your skin. And I find that whenever I wear this, my blush hangs on to the end of the day, which I can't say for a lot of them. So if you were like me and you're kind of just meh about this one when you see it in stores, just grab one next time because I think you'll really enjoy the formula a lot. And then the last product I wanted to talk about is the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. So this is one of their classic products. It's been out forever, but I realized when I saw it in CVS not too long ago, that I've never tried it before. So I figured I'd test it out just for the heck of it, and wow, I'm blown away by this primer. I will say it does have a little bit of a strange scent to it. I can't really place it, but I think it's just whatever the scent of the ingredients is. They didn't cover the scent with anything, but this is an absolutely beautiful formula if you want something that makes your skin look airbrushed and kind of glides right over your pores, smooths those out, minimizes the look of fine lines and wrinkles, and just makes a really smooth base for foundation. This one is so nice. If you've tried the L'Oreal Studio Secrets one that I talk about a lot, this is sort of like a thinner version of that. So that one's kind of thick and pasty. It comes in a jar, but this kind of does that same thing and makes your skin feel like baby soft and smooth, but it's not quite as thick as the L'Oreal. So if you didn't like the thickness of that one, I think you'll love this one. If you have some texture on your skin and you're looking for more of that airbrushed look, I would give this one a try. All right guys, so that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, and I'd love to hear from you down in the comments below. What are your favorite hidden gems? What have you not seen me try here on my channel? What should I try next? I'm always learning about new products from you guys, and I end up trying them and falling in love with them. So let me know your thoughts down below, and thank you all so much for hanging out with me. As always, I really appreciate it so much. If you're new here and you like drugstore makeup and dupes and unsponsored makeup reviews, then be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.